Hi, I'm Lindsay, sports psychologist at The Sporting Mindset. It's been a bit of a while now since I last did one of these videos, but I thought it'd be helpful to share some of my experiences and knowledge in supporting athlete well-being during the current coronavirus pandemic. So, as you know, countries all over the globe have implemented mandatory social distancing measures in an attempt to suppress and control the spread of the coronavirus disease. And this enforced period of isolation, disruption to normal training routines, and competition cancellation has been having an adverse effect on the mental health and well-being of athletes. So my study sought to explore the impact of the COVID-19 social distancing measures on athlete well-being, and I'd like to share my findings and recommendations for practice with you. So what I did was I interviewed a number of elite athletes from various countries, including the United Kingdom, South Africa, and France, who participated in many different sports, including rugby, cricket, powerlifting, gymnastics, and biathlon during the first lockdown period in March 2020. And I asked them to discuss the impact it was having on their well-being. The athletes' discussions focused on three main themes, and these were threats to their well-being, protecting well-being, and reflections on athletic identity. The initial sudden sense of loss of sport in the athletes' lives posed a threat to their well-being, and factors such as the lockdown exacerbating pre-existing mental health conditions and the reduced access to social support and outdoor space were reported as being problematic. The athletes spoke of how they initially engaged in maladaptive behaviours at the beginning of the lockdown period, such as drinking alcohol, binge eating, and withdrawing from friends, but that over time they developed coping strategies to protect their well-being, such as developing new routines, taking up new hobbies, and taking part in exercise for fun rather than as competition. And more interestingly, they found that their time away from sport encouraged them to reflect on their athletic identity and to make life changes that would protect their well-being during the rest of the lockdown period and when they returned to their sport. These included pursuing a dual career, for example, as a student athlete, or experiencing and exploring other career choices outside of sport. They questioned why they were participating in elite sport and if it was really worth it. So based on my research findings, my main recommendations to help support athlete wellbeing during the pandemic and in times of isolation are, so number one is case conferencing between multidisciplinary team members and key stakeholders to encourage athletes to adapt their athletic routines to facilitate a positive adjustments to the constraints of social distancing to help protect against the development of those maladaptive coping behaviours I mentioned earlier. So this could include goal-setting strategies that focus on a mastery approach that encourages personal development over a performance approach that is focused on outperforming others. The second one is that efforts should focus on developing social support within teammates and coaches through incorporating team activities, and these could be virtual or in person if possible, that provide an opportunity to check in with each other and also promote that social connectedness. The third one is that athletes that have pre-existing mental health problems should be identified early and offered appropriate psychological support from mental health practitioners at the outset of the period of isolation in order not to further exacerbate their condition. And finally, number four is that athletes are encouraged to pursue dual careers to facilitate the development of multiple identities that can help protect well-being during times away from sport. So I hope sharing my research findings with you has been helpful, and if you have any questions, please do get in touch with me. So stay safe, stay well, and I hope that we'll be all playing sport again very soon. And thank you so much for watching.